We got the No Exception guys here. We actually have video this time. For the first time, it's not the most random image I could come up with. So yeah, No Exceptions. They're a... What would you guys even classify yourself as? You're just, like rock, but you're somewhere between pop punk and like metalcore. It's like, what genre do you guys kind of put yourself in?
I would say just like a rock metal, and we're kind of experimenting with rap now. Just kind of like a Green Day, not a Green Day, like a Sum 41 or like a 3 Days Grace kind of vibe.
All right, all right. So you like Creed, just like Creed.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are.
Cruelty. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, you guys,
Do-do-do-do-do.
you're from Mount Bridges slash London. I got that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys have been around for a bit. I know you guys lost a drummer a while ago. If you guys wanted to speak on that, and then I guess just lead into the history of the band, how you got to where you're at now.
I had a brother. He passed away, and he was our drummer. And then we met Jet, and now he is our new drummer. And we are continuing on his legacy. And that's the short version. But yes, that is it.
Right. So yeah, the main event of this, we're gonna be breaking down your guys' most recent release, dropped right at the end of last year, 1st of December. To Whom It May Concern, the EP. So where'd you guys produce it? Any information you can give me about the record? Just spout off. Get as nerdy as you want.
Somebody want to go first?
I can speak on that. We recorded at EMAC Studios with our producer and mixing engineer Rob Nation. Yeah, we were playing around with a couple different ideas, like either like EMAC or a Charter House with Aaron Murray. And then yeah, we eventually decided to go with EMAC just because it was something that like we hadn't done before. And so like, and the first EP was recorded at Charter House, so we thought, why don't we try something different this time, see what happens. And yeah, all in all, it was a good time. Yeah, anyone else want to touch on that?
It was fun.
Yeah, it was honestly, it was kind of cool because it was right by my house, so it was like a 2-minute drive over. But yeah, it was really fun recording there. They have like a really huge studio and like a separated instrument space for like recording, so like the whole room's isolated. And yeah, no, like the technology they have there, it's like all manual. It's like the old school way. It's really cool to see all the old stuff again. And like the actual mic Tommy used to record is like this like Frank Sinatra like esque mic from like, I don't know, they said it was like from the 20s or something, and like it sounded amazing. When you
My
listen to the EP, you can really hear how well like the vocal mixing was and everything, and I think that mic had a lot to do with it. And yeah, no, the whole process was a lot of fun. Doing my guitar tracks, we actually we instead of doing like multiple guitar tracks, obviously I still had to do multiple like guitar layers, but we just did like 5 guitar cabs at once, and I just played through like 5 guitar cabs. It was kind of insane. um that was a
That
lot
was
of
pretty
fun
beefy.
hearing that.
It
Yeah.
was a lot.
But yeah,
It
no,
yeah,
was
just like all the tools and stuff they had there, all the little pedals and everything they had, it was great. Yeah.
it was almost like going to Toys R Us for the first time as like a 7-year-old kid. Like that's how it felt. And it was just like, okay, here we go. And then your dad's just like, yo, buy whatever you want. And then you're like, all right, you said it, bro. So yeah, it was cool. But I do have to give a shout out to the assistants. They were we called them, I think their names are Mason and Kirk. That's what it was. And we
Kirk.
called them
Right.
Captain Kirk and Mason Jar. So those dudes were pretty cool. They were kind of hanging around the studio the whole time. They did a good job too. So, Rob obviously at the head of the helm there, but you know, Mason Jar, Captain Kirk, they deserve some love too. So the crew was really cool actually to work with. They're all pretty down to earth and chilling. We're all shooting the shit and stuff. So it was kind of made for the long days, not so long, and kind of just fun, just chilling out, hanging out. So yeah, it was a cool, pretty cool experience. So
yeah, it was my first time ever like recording in a studio, which was really wild. I was definitely spoiled because like it was really like luxurious. It felt like a small like Abbey Road on the inside, just fucking like multiple rooms and like areas to just like play pool and crap, like, and chill and watch movies if you needed to. Not that we really did. We were kind of just constantly just in awe in the mixing room the whole time, like watching them work every time we were in the studio. But it was really good. It was very fun.
Just wanted to watch Spider-Man just once, but nobody did. I was so pissed off.
Spider-Man, that Halloween show shit. Those photos
yeah.
were fucking wild, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, there's obviously with you guys, I don't want to call it like a nerd undertone, but you have a love for like pop culture, and that comes out in like moving into the first song on the EP, Tables Turned, the fucking Halo theme, right? Or at least something that sounds so similar. And I saw you dress up in the Master Chief costume once or twice. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
So can you tell me about the writing on that, the lyrics, just whatever you want to dive into about it?
Tables Turned is actually a big. I don't want to say.
Well, it starts with a killer bass line. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You go.
No, I'm kidding. That's all. That was it. I just had to joke.
Honestly, it's a very song, not about directed to any in particular political figure, but it's just about challenging a lot of politicians nowadays, because it's a lot of the time it's just about the money, and it's kind of just annoying. So I don't know. I'm not going to say I know a lot of shit about the government, because I really don't, but at the time I just don't like them. So it was just like a big, to you, sir. Not you, the politician. The politician.
That's so punk.
Yeah.
So hardcore, man. So
Yeah, fuck the politicians, am I right? No, my favorite part about that song is definitely the Halo breakdown. I don't know, getting in that costume is a lot of fun on stage. Also, just like, honestly, how that song starts is like a lot of fun every time we play it live too. Just like the bass line, you're just kind of like, oh, what's that? And then just like the kick in with the drums and the guitars, it hits you really hard. And I don't know, the song just is really catchy to me, and I love it.
There's definitely a long period of time where that was like my favorite No Exception song. It was just very catchy to me. It got stuck in my head like for weeks.
Yeah.
That one's still one of my favorites, dude.
Yeah. Oh, definitely up there for sure. It's just,
Now it's just one of my worst ones. So,
No. It's just,
the next one, this one's fucking awful,
fuck
you know?
we're just always coming up with new stuff, and
Oh, yeah.
the new stuff's great. I like
That
it,
shows
so.
on this record too. Like, you guys you're not afraid to experiment. You got all these like high points, and then just right near the end, you have Ghost Town. Like, nothing on this record sounds the same. And that's what makes it so great. It's like, 5 songs and everything is nothing's the same, and it's all still cohesive. It's really impressive, and obviously like the environment you guys said you were recording in, I feel like that might have even influenced it a bit too. Just having everything to play with and wanting to play with everything really adds that just ability to that record. So yeah, Tables Turned, No Exceptions. We'll run that, and then we'll be right back with you.
Keep it quiet, 'cause they
Okay, so I'm gonna cut this part out real quick. Mace, you there? Because you've been like frozen up in the
Yeah.
corner. Okay. Yeah, your video's just like frozen up in the corner.
I have a lot of things in my system right now, so body's feeling me, so
Okay.
I'm doing great right now.
Okay, yeah. Alright. Okay. Back in... That was Table's Turn by No Exceptions. Now moving into the second song, which was the one single that you guys had off of this, Twisting the Knife. I guess first off, why'd you choose to put that one out as the single for the record?
Honestly, to me, it was, I don't know about the other guys, but I'll just speak on my behalf. It was just kind of like the statement. I had gone through a lot of life changes in a really small amount of time. Broke up with my girlfriend at the time, passed away. My dog passed away, and then lost the job. Like, just a bunch of shit happening over and over and over again, just all at once. So I felt like it was like life just like stabbing me in the back, but they just can't leave without twisting the knife a little bit. That's literally where the line kind of comes from. So it's more of like a big, like we're all kind of still here. It might not be the same, but we're all, still here and still, well, I guess I don't know how to explain it, but it's just kind of, whatever kind of tough shit anybody is going through at their moment, however, no matter how big or how small it seems, it's like, you got to just keep on chucking along and just keep moving on and just, to me, it just felt like a statement. It was just like we're back and we're going to go out with a bang and we are going out for the kill. So it's just like, kind of like our turn now, So that's how it feels to me at least, but I don't know about you, dudes, but.
For me personally, it was
No,
like,
Sorry.
For me personally, it was, yeah, fun fact, Jaden, the drummer which is Tommy's brother, who passed away. He actually did write the main riff to Twisting the Knife and also another song that we're releasing further down the line. And yeah, I think honestly to us, it was really important that we released that song, like on top of, it meaning what it meant to Tommy, like what it meant to the rest of us too, is just like, it's kind of like Jaden's kind of like last piece of music we can put out in the world, and we're finally able to put a version of that song together and finally get it out. And I think we really did him proud with what we came out with. And it's awesome.
Yeah, he definitely
I
liked
can
the heavy shit. That's for sure. So he definitely liked the heavy shit, and I think it was pretty heavy. I think he would have been proud. So yeah.
I was gonna say he'd be very, very, very fucking proud.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Whoa, shit! I almost just fell off my chair. Jesus Christ.
Fun fact about Twisting the Knife. When we were like getting it like together, when we were like first performing it live, and then when we were about to go into the studio, the chorus was completely different. It was
Pretty fast.
so like pretty much like before we went into the studio, it was more of a syncopated kind of beat, and then when we were in the studio, Rob made the suggestion that I play more of an open beat, and instead of like the guitars matching like the drums, just play like those open chords and just make it like a lot more like open and big,
Right.
in a way. And I think that kind of made, like, I personally like that version of the chorus a lot more than what we originally had.
Yeah, it's very much like fists in the air kind of vibes to me. Like it's a perfect song for people to put their fists in the air and just kind of, it's a real good headbanger.
I do think,
so.
yeah, like the energy of the chorus
like,
definitely was a big factor and one of the reasons why it was like that one should be definitely the first single. It just was like the perfect amount of in
It was
your
just the
face.
chorus by itself. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because that
and that breakdown too.
Yeah, the breakdown on it's great, but that chorus is definitely what makes that song what it is. So having that guy in your ear, just swap that out was probably like the best thing that could have happened to that song, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
good
yeah.
stuff.
You know what? You love it. Twisting the Knife, No Exceptions.
If I had only known But now that I see, I dodged a bullet in the longer run. Ain't the way that you expect me to be okay. Ain't the way that you expect me to be alright. Ain't the way that you misplace me for a mistake. Love the fact that you can't move on without twisting the knife. I go back and forth about which was wrong. Did I make the mistake? Was I too cheap to sell them all? Haven't been here before, but it smells divine. This time I'm taking back what's mine. Ain't the way that you expect me to be okay. Ain't the way that you expect me to be alright. Ain't the way that you misplace me for a mistake. Love the fact that you can't move on without twisting the knife. Ain't the way that you expect me to be okay. Ain't the way that you expect me to be alright. Ain't the way that you misplace me for a mistake. Love the fact that you can't move on without twisting the knife.
All right. Anyone, you gotta do anything before we jump back in?
Take a big old sip of beer, please.
Fucking beauty.
I'm going to have a tissue for my nose because my nose is drippy once.
All right.
When she moves, the camera comes back. It's just when she's still, it just doesn't refresh the frame.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave
Yeah,
it
God,
check
there.
she's still there.
Check this out. Ready?
Is there anything you can do about that mic jet at all?
A butt pen? I've tried like switching out like 3 different buttons.
It honestly just
It's
seems like
like-
poo-poo internet syndrome, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah,
I don't think it is because is it? Because you guys are like
It could be your upload
perfectly
speed.
clear.
Yeah, your upload speed could be having some issues.
Yeah, I don't know. It just that's like what
It could
the
be,
just
which is-
it looks like because it's like the camera's kind of weird. You're a little laggy, and like that's why I'm only like.
It's weird because this has literally never happened before. So
Yeah, I know. Like you use Discord all the time. That's why I'm
Yeah.
surprised. So if anyone you're having an issue.
What were you doing with your mic, pal? Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Kidding.
Because, like, yeah, I understand you. It's just like, I'm just making
Yeah.
sure you're not cutting out.
Honestly, just want to like try like disconnecting, reconnecting from the call real quick. It's probably not gonna fix it, but it's like the one real quick.
Yeah.
thing I can do.
Yeah, you can try it.
All right, now that he's gone. Oh, he's back.
Oh, the order's really different. Tell me. Oh no. Okay, it goes back.
Is it okay?
No, it's the same.
It's marginally better. Yeah, we'll deal with it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving that in, by the way. That shit was funny as fuck. Yeah, we did leave it.
Yeah.
We've been sitting here rambling for like 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. So the next song on the record, right? Hope This Hurts. Yeah, what can you tell me about that? We'll just keep doing that until ad nauseum. But
I mean,
I will say that was one of the first. Hope was one of the first songs that they showed me when I first joined the band, and I was very surprised at how heavy it was because I only had the first EP to go off of. So I thought that No Exceptions was just like a straight pop punk band. And then they showed me this song, and I was like, "What in the fucking knocked loose is this?" Like, so I
It's
was like,
nice
"All right,
to finally
let's
get
do it."
another EP out now because yeah, that was an issue for a long time of just people being like, "Whoa, you guys have
Yeah.
heavy songs? What is this?" Like,
Yeah, they're not songs that we wrote when we were 14. Yeah.
no, Hope This Hurts is like definitely one of my favorites to play. It's again one I get to start, which is always something I enjoy. But it's just like it's the most fun to just like really throw yourself around to on stage even, and I'm sure in the crowd.
Yeah, and my favorite part of that one is on the chorus is it's just has this kind of weird spatial vibe to it compared to like the heaviness of the song. And it kind of like, I don't know, it mixes it up from just it being a heavy song, and it also the lyrics on the chorus are probably some of my favorite lyrics from Tommy, honestly.
oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, no, and I like that there's a weird dynamic to a song like that. And
It's
yeah.
it's a very epic chorus actually. Yeah, the chorus is so good in that song. I love
It's
it.
very like glidey. That's how I'd explain it. I don't know. Like the
I feel like
verses
I'm
and then
floating
the
in
riff are
space.
very marching, and then like the chorus is very glide, like you're just floating, like just going.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get what you're saying. It's a very good
It-
take, actually. Not gonna
It's a
lie.
good way of putting it, Tony.
Well, Sam said it, so I'm gonna give Sam the credit. He's like,
Well,
"Oh,
thanks
the
for,
opening is
you
beautiful."
know.
Bro's got COVID. His brain's still functioning, man.
I know, I'm surprised.
Feeling
Um,
You
hurts.
should have seen me like an hour before the podcast. I was like, ugh.
Dude, I just got over it. Like that non-script that I put up, you could hear me just like between like every word.
yeah.
I got like 2 drinks here. I'm trying to get through it.
You know, dude, I'm like full chugging these. But yeah, anyway, I'm assuming that I Hope This Hurts was not about COVID, so, or was it? Is that gonna be the big curveball here? We start talking about COVID.
No, Hope This Hurts is actually an older song. I had to stay in like a hospital for like a month. I was pretty sick at one point, and like
all comes around.
yeah, and it's like it was like it was pretty like serious, like serious kind of shit. So it was like it was getting kind of creepy, and like I just remember like I had written like a few of the songs, and I just like because I was just sick and tired of like, you know, if it was going to be the end, I didn't want to go out on a bad note. So I was like, let's at least put some cool fucking lyrics out there to the world. So if anybody ever puts music to it, you know, like might as well have it. So I ended up writing like three songs about the whole thing. But anyways, yeah, so that's like the first one that I wrote, and it's just kind of like getting over that mental hump of like, you know, like you can either just sit here, give up, or you could keep trying to, you know, pursue and get on with your fucking life, you know, because yeah, I liked life, so I wanted to keep it going. So yeah, that's what Hope This Hurts is actually about. It's just kind of like looking death in the eyes and saying fuck you. So that's what it is. Yep.
So honestly, overall, would you say that this record is more or less kind of just like a collection of, I guess, for lack of a better term, like fight songs, like just something that's like really like something to grab onto in like tough times?
Yeah, like because I think just like with a lot of like of all of us, of all the shit that we've kind of just been through in like the last couple of years, it's always just about like trying to back on top and trying to, you know, fight your way through these tough times that all of us kind of have in our own individual ways, I guess. So I think it's just kind of, I guess it's kind of like a fight. I don't know. It's just more of like a, I don't want to say motivational, but like, it's just more of like a, we're all badasses on the inside. So, might as well just, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know how to put it, but,
Well, I was gonna
Campbell, help me
say,
out,
Kind of just
pal.
like
yeah. Let me help you out, Doug. I was gonna say, it's like when a bunch of people in life kind of like take advantage of you, or like they treat you wrong for no reason when like you've only tried to do your best. It's kind of like a realization that you don't need those people, and then the problems that you're going through, that you're just gonna kick them in the face. You're just gonna do whatever it takes, and yeah, you're gonna get to that place where it makes you feel right. And I think that's what a lot of these songs are about, is just getting over these traumatic events in life, and like at the end of the day that like you have to have your own back. Yeah, you're gonna have friends, but like you need to have your own back at the end of the day. And yeah, that's just like a little message that I've kind of noticed through all these songs.
Right.
Say that the whole time.
Yeah, it's something that people need to hear, especially at this day and this time. You got to take care of yourself too. But yeah, hope this hurts. No exceptions.
Sent in the surface, as many as you please. Tell them to bring their poison.
Alright, yeah, back into it, because the awkward pauses, are like 3 seconds, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put the song edit here, so I can edit easy, and then we all just kind of just...
Bananas.
Yeah, you need like
Exactly.
I think
What are
you
we
should
doing,
Deer in
Ryan?
headlights.
you should change the format so you force all of you to sit and listen to it and make them dance or something to their own song.
I think that's a good move.
The entire song.
I don't want to dance.
That might be the call. That might be the call going forward.
Yeah.
You escape, but you've suffered many.
That's
many
all right.
dances. I'll play that clip right at the start of every podcast. So
Tell me
yeah.
if I'm wrong, but don't we still have one more song to get through?
Oh, we got 2, but I'm not wiring that up right now. But yeah.
You don't need to do anything. They just need to dance in front of their screens.
Oh God, yeah, no. No, you
You
can't
said
change
it,
the
not
format
me.
halfway through an episode.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to
yeah,
change it
yeah.
episode by episode, unfortunately. It's like, we're already
You
in the
said it,
format,
not
you
me.
know?
Yeah.
No, I know.
Welcome
It's just like,
to-
for future
You know what? We're
reference.
copywriting the ideas, so therefore.
Yeah, we only have permission to use it when it's not them on the podcast.
That's right.
So yeah, next song anyway, Ghost Town. I remember, so this one's like an outlier musically, and I had a conversation with, how have I forgotten your guys' vocalist name? I know everyone else. And
Tommy.
Tommy, I'm so sorry, dude. I knew that. I
Oh,
completely
Oi,
blanked.
that is all good. Not a lot of people know my name, so it's all good.
But yeah, okay, yeah.
You're
Tommy,
forgiven.
This guy's name is Tommy. Yeah, we had a conversation at Gauguette's, and I think I was like 4 beers deep. And I remember you mentioned what I got is the song's about change.
That that is what it is about. I actually got the inspiration from being a young teenager and walking through, like, when you go I don't know if you've grown up in a small town or anything along those lines, but when you grow up in a small town and you see your small town isn't so small anymore and it's expanded, there's people fucking everywhere and it's just not the same. It's just, I don't know, just the whole environment changes, not physically, but even just like, like just the feeling of the whole damn thing. And
Your like small town gets a rush hour where you can't get.
it's just like, it's not so, how, like, that's just, it's really just about kind of changing, and like sometimes you got to just like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's really just about, so you can put that into however many perspectives you want to do, but
Mount
go
Bridges
for it.
sucks now?
Pardon?
Mount Bridges sucks now.
Yeah, it definitely
It's not the
does.
same.
Yeah, I
You can't
know.
publicly hate on your hometown, man.
Well, okay, so coming from Woodstock, Mount Bridges is kind of a weird town to me because you have 2 bands. There's you guys and there's Heads as Tails, and you're both like heavy rock to like metalcore. And coming from like a small town
Has
like
his
that,
tails
like,
is from here?
I think are they not? Am I getting that wrong? Am I like just completely?
No, I think they're London based.
Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But either way, and it's the same thing too. So I'm from Woodstock, and we're a smaller town. And I guess the bands that we had coming out of here, we had a metal scene at one point. And I don't know if it's just coincidence that these two, or if all small towns just randomly have like metal bands popping up. But yeah, that's just kind of a random observation. But yeah, if you guys want to talk more on that, sorry, god damn it, my brain just shut off. More on Ghost Town, like production, music, whatever you guys want to talk about.
The loud part, like when everything kind of kicks like halfway through, that part took a really long time to kind of like full flesh into like a solid idea, because for the most part that section was just a complete jam section, and we would like sometimes in practice just play that part for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. It was
And
fun,
we-
though.
Have like no direction, we would just play it just because it was fun. That's one of my favorites to play. And yeah, so like there was at one point where we were like, okay, like we're gonna record this, so we need to like figure out where we're gonna stop and where we're gonna like go back again.
Well, that's always the hardest part. This part's that you jam out. Like, I mean, when I'm with my band and we write shit, it's like, shit, the demos that we have that are a few people have heard, those came from like songs that were like 10, 15 minutes because we just kept going, and then you whittle them down to like 3 minutes. So that's
Yeah.
kinda...
Yeah.
that was like, it's weird because like most of our songs we do, it's just like you start with an idea and you flesh it out until you get to the final product. But for some reason that one we always were just like, no, just keep it, just go with how it feels. Play it until like see what other people are doing and stop. Like literally just jam it out. And then yeah, like Jet
And that was
said,
definitely the most like feel-based song.
yeah, and then when we went to
If that makes
record it,
sense.
it was like if it was weird, a weird process to go from that to like have to be like, all right, 2 bars of this, then this, and now we do this, and this is how we're gonna record it. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I think honestly though, listening to that, like I was listening to it on the way home from work today, and if you crank that song a bit, there's some really cool accents that you hear in that song. Like it's like a very windy kind of like woo, like it's really fucking cool once you notice it though. I don't know about you guys, but that's actually my favorite part about the whole song.
There's like a cool like creepy atmosphere that like Rob kind of played with in the studio, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna sound dumb as hell, but it's kind of got like a feel of like Buried from Black Ops 2 Zombies. Almost.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like the flow in my head as I'm listening to it, right?
right on. That's sick.
I love that visual. That's amazing.
But yeah, so yeah.
I always thought of it as like a haunted Wild West.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's
Yeah.
what Buried is.
And that song, honestly, like it's had a written iteration like a long time ago, but we were kind of like, we weren't the fondest of it. And then when we kind of had this reiteration, we kind of turned it into a jam again. And then we made it how it is now. But yeah, in the jam sections, I never really played like a solid part ever. So like when we did have to like make it into an actual song, I was like, okay, shit, what do I have to do now? But no, it came together really well. And I'm really happy with the production on that one. It sounds beautiful. And yeah, no, Rob killed it in the studio with that one. Absolutely nailed that one. My favorite part, obviously, in those was just the little bendy guitar solos I have, and yeah, they sound so crazy. I don't know what Rob did to them, but thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, that's Ghost Town, No Exceptions.
These lights flicker on and off as the ghosts chase each other around the block. How can they grind my mind thin to the point where this is the way it's always been? This ghost town has been at war with time. This ghost town doesn't wanna say goodbye. This ghost town has been littered with disguise. This ghost town has been infected by the light. Start to lose their skin as its body breaks, impaled by the sin. How can they wear me so thin to the point where this is the way it's always been? This ghost town has been at war with time. This ghost town doesn't wanna say goodbye. This ghost town has been littered with disguise. This ghost town has been infected by the light. This ghost town has been at war with time. This ghost town doesn't wanna say goodbye. This ghost town has been littered with disguise. This ghost town has been infected by the light.
All right, Toxic, the album closer. So actually, right before we jump into that, when you guys were recording, or after you recorded, is there any specific reason why you've ordered the songs the way they are on the record, or is it just kind of like throw them wherever and see how it fits?
I mean, for me personally, thinking about it, I think, first on table stand. I had to think about it. I like to think, I've always liked records that kind of like CDs, whatever the fuck you want to call it, pieces of music to like be like a roller coaster. Like I think it's got to like kind of start off strong and it's kind of got like its dips and then it like, but I want it to close equally as hard or even harder. Like I want people to be like, kind of like, holy shit, like when they're done listening to it, like my God, and then just like kind of try to leave them speechless as much as possible. So I don't know necessarily about like the actual like EP itself, but I know for a long time we always used to close with that song. And so I think like for me at least, it was just kind of like a no-brainer. Like if we're putting this song on the EP, I think it should close it out just because it's, I don't know, for me at least, we always close with it for a long time. So that's what I think. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, like everything we decide on is very like we're a very democratically run band, you know. It's like we sit down and just like talk about it, flesh it out, and it just was like it felt like the right order. It was, I don't know, it was just like something about that like order of the songs just felt like the right energy. Build up, you know, then it gets heavy and then it's like, all right, before you just like drown them in heaviness, here's a little bit of a break and then just end with the explosiveness of Toxic. It just, yeah, again, I don't know, there was a feel, you know?
Right, yeah, because I mean, most bands, I mean, not everyone, but from a lot of records I've heard, they definitely put like something like Toxic before they close on Ghost Town to leave it on like a lower note, I guess. And I don't know, it's probably something to do with like the feeling you want walking away from the record. And I mean, like Tommy said, and like we discussed, right, this is kind of more of a like motivational kind of fight song record, so you don't want to be walking away on like the slower vibe of Ghost Town. Even though it explodes at the end, you want that like last hit of just go from Toxic. And I mean,
yeah,
getting into that, what can you tell me about Toxic? Because that song's just fucking insane.
Well, it's definitely an older one for sure. It's another one of the older ones. A lot of these songs that we're releasing have been kind of out for a while, and we've been kind of manipulating them and changing them over and changing them back and whatnot. And that happened a lot with Toxic, actually. Like the chorus, we changed the guitar parts a couple times. And it kind of came back to one of the original ideas we had with the song because it just sounded the best anyways. And yeah, and it just we had a couple different breakdowns in there until it became what it became at the end. And I think all the years of fucking with it and everything just really turned it into like the masterpiece that we think it is now.
Well said.
Can you just ask Sam all the questions from now on?
The sick guy's
he
got
knows,
the best head.
Like, he knows what I'm trying to say about the lyrics and shit. Like, dude, if there's a lyric question coming up, just ask him. He can
I'm
handle
just the
it.
other side of your brain, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, what's said. Toxic, no exceptions. Closing out the record.
You scratch your nails up and down this wall. You got me locked up, criminal. I can't seem to be satisfied. Doubts your bedsheet by my side. I wanna know how much you can take. Will you fight or right back? Oh, break your
All right. So yeah, we're coming to the end of the podcast here. Anything else that you guys want to tell us about the record? Just anything in general? Anything you guys want to plug?
Well, we have a show coming up in Toronto on February 2nd at the Elma Combo, which is pretty. We're opening for Jake Beck. I didn't know who he was, but yeah, was on the bill, so I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, that's a pretty exciting big show that we got coming up.
Hey Drew, you want to give us all the details for that?
Yeah,
you don't have
so
homo
that's-
syndrome.
Yeah, yeah. So, that's February 2nd in Toronto. It's our Toronto debut, No Exceptions. You know, exciting shit. We got some listeners according to Spotify in Toronto, so hopefully we get some people to come out. I know we got some people from London that are coming out on
You
our
guys have that
bus.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
bus.
we have
Yeah.
a whole bus for it.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that for a minute, because that is like such a cool idea. Because I think Jet,
Yeah.
your mom put that together, right? But how'd that come about?
Yep, she did. So I mean, like, she just wanted, she just thought that the best way to get people from London out to the show is to like just get them up in one mode of transportation. And see, my mom, she works with Bell and CTV, so she has like a lot of connections with that kind of thing. So she was able to just fucking rent a school bus. Or I
We don't
it's
have a
school bus, but
driver yet, so if there's any drivers out there, let us know. Okay, we got the bus. We just need a driver, and I can't see over the what do you call it? The windshield.
No,
thing?
dude, we got a driver. We're good.
They told me it had autopilot.
Yeah.
That's one of them Tesla buses, ain't it?
Gonna say it's a school bus for
But she was
Tesla.
like, yeah, we have a bus, and I rented that, and I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
no,
Like, damn.
it's
So
a great idea. The big old magic school bus on the way to Toronto for the old Elma Combo show. I like it.
Yeah. The big
Yes,
old,
sir.
big old yellow bus.
Again, that's Friday, February 2nd. I think it's Friday.
Yep.
um,
Opening up for Jake Beck.
I'm not sure off the top of my head what time the
Elma
show
Combo.
starts. I should know that, but at the Elma Combo.
Right.
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
'cause I know
Say it
that-
again, Jet.
Sorry, doors are open at 8, so I think the first is at 8:30 or something.
Right on.
So yeah, you guys are leaving London at 5, and then you're making a stop at the eastbound Woodstock en route in Woodstock.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
so
from there to
we'll be
Toronto.
going up earlier, but everyone else like on the bus will be leaving at 5.
Yeah. All right.
It'll be
so,
it'll be
yeah.
fun.
I'd be at Woodstock in like around 5:30 ish.
yeah. So yeah, if
And
you're
then-
around the Woodstock area and you want to jump that bus, yeah, I begged on my knees for Jet to get a stop in Woodstock so I could actually make the show. But
Yeah, yeah.
it'll be it's gonna be a blast, and like I want, honestly, if anyone else is watching, take that idea. If you're doing a Toronto show, because it's so hard to get other guys out to
Yeah.
Toronto. Like getting a hotel and stuff's a lot of fun, but
I'll come on the bus too.
Please
Not-
don't.
not-
That's a
I know.
public
no,
space.
I'm gonna come on the bus. And I'm gonna come on the bus.
I'm gonna come and come
please
on the
don't.
bus.
I think it's my time to leave the podcast.
Keep
I'll
the-
let
keep
you
the-
guys
keep
be.
the- Keep the.
I'll let you guys be.
There will be designated stops.
Yeah, designated come stops.
I mean, everybody can come if they want.
But then we'll be back in London towards the end of February, February 23rd. I'm not sure if it's announced yet or they want. Is it announced?
Please come.
But
All right, yeah, that's yeah. I think it's just gonna be cum jokes from here on out. So.
yeah, I mean,
Come on down to Elma
I'm
Combo.
being honest. I want you to be there, but I also want you to come.
I'm gonna
Come
show my
on.
mom this podcast.
Sorry.
Come on down to Elma Combo. It'll be great.
I'm just,
I'm sorry. It was too
I'm
easy.
just kidding.
All right, yeah. So yeah, February 23rd in London.
Yeah, we'll be back in London. I'm not sure if that's announced, so I don't know. Just keep an eye open for that.
All right, so
But-
yeah,
We may not be there, but we may well.
So yeah, all the relevant socials for Jesus Christ, all the relevant socials for you guys will be linked right at the end on an end card there, and yeah, I guess that is the close off for this episode of the Radcast. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for coming through, guys. Been an honor.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
See you, dude. Thanks.
Thanks for having us.